We back. Now, we left off last... Whoa, what are you doing? We left off last time, convening with these two dudes in this building, and they made me write up a whole letter trying to get their boys back. So we're going to talk to the shaft owner, well, maybe not yet, and try and get the people back without any issue. What, I'm not allowed to walk?
You can't just stroll around here.
Not allowed to go inside? What do you mean? This is not a business? Maybe it's not time yet. What just happened? I didn't hit escape. Why did it get angry at me? Okay, we'll wait till 10. Maybe things will finally open up. Can I go in here now? Is this not a business? Like, well, I don't know what the deal is there, but I can go in here now. I don't know exactly where this guy is.
What's that noise?
Oh my god.
What? You've no business.
I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I left. It's definitely in this building. I don't know how to get in here without this dude getting angry at me. There is a back door, but I'm not entirely sure how to get there. I guess we could go around. We could even go here. What the heck is this guy doing? Looked like he was hanging.
One more time then.
Why is everything... Okay, this isn't even. What the heck? Bro, everyone's just angry. I just be walking through anything and oh, well, we don't want you here.
What's that?
It's gonna be tough.
I imagine it.
Go over there.
Never mind. Strange.
It's not. That was too close. He's gonna be looking this way now. I think I just hit that lady with the rock. I did. That's funny. I don't know how to get around these guys. Let me read this more. We already spent 5 minutes trying to get into this. Take the letter to the shaft owner. I should be careful when I talk to him. It seems... Yeah. I mean, you would think that he would come out from here. You'd also think that maybe I could...
What's that?
And this guy doesn't seem to want to move.
Huh. Strange.
There is always the option to knock him out.
Did I imagine it?
Hey,
Stop right there. This is the house of Malkult of Luni.
I tried to knock him out, but it
want?
wasn't the option, so
I
I
was
proceeded
given a
to talk
letter
to him.
to deliver to your master.
A letter. All right.
So that's all
Go
it took?
on.
Are you kidding me?
Make it quick.
You know, he could have walked up to me and asked me
Careful.
what I wanted. Instead of just instantly being angry. Oh, so many people in here. Sir. Sir, you're in the table.
Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
Well,
I'm looking for Master Markold.
Das bin ich. What do you want? Spit it out, I've no time to waste.
I'm here to sell you a letter. No. I want to... No.
Some fella gave me this letter and said I should give
So
it
we
to you.
made sure to be a little threatening in the
What
letter,
fella? What did he look like?
but also
Heads.
respectable.
2 arms, 2 legs. Look like a miner.
Give me the letter.
With an E.
That sicher must be them. Interesting. I'd never expect any of them to be able to write. But whatever. The main thing
So
is
judging by
what to
the
do about
journal entry, we do
Were
not
you
want to
told
make
to wait for a reply?
ourselves get involved.
They said they'd know straight away if you'll listen to them or not.
Wirklich? If that is how it is, I should listen, no? And fast.
What should I do then?
You? Right. Right. Here's a few groschen and you can run along. By the way, do you know where Hlowshed's gate is?
Somewhere in the north of the city, isn't it? The vineyard's just beyond it.
Ausgezeichnet. Soon a couple of miners will turn up nearby, looking like they haven't seen daylight for God knows how long. Something tells me they'll be pleased if you tell them you brought me the letter.
I'm not really sure. I got $7 from that. I'm not really sure what any of that means, if I'm being quite honest. But okay.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
What's in here? A whole lot of nothing. I want to fix those steps. They're a little steep. Alright, let's go talk to them first. Oh, I see. I thought it was... Wait. What the heck is way up here? Return to them. Meet them. What's the difference? Get the reward. Okay, I don't know. Well, might as well go to this, I guess. A little confused on this quest, if you couldn't tell. Move. Hello there. Any of you mining? You're a townsman. How about you? Do you mine? You're a carpenter. Are you miners? Ah, hello.
You must be Kviatoslav and Myslibors, mates, eh? You're free at last. I
Mmm,
reckon you know where
I
to go
get
now,
you.
right?
Well, we do, but who the hell are you?
A messenger and a good Christian.
Hmm.
I brought the message that secured your
I
freedom.
understand. I didn't realize that he was...
I owe you
I
one
get
then,
you.
pal.
I get you.
You can thank me later. Now we should all vanish quick before Markol changes his mind about letting you go.
You're right. Are you going with us?
Sure.
Sure. I'll go right along with you. I was promised something anyway.
Watch they turn on me
I'd
and I
say
gotta
you've
kill them
earned
all.
it. I was beginning to think we were done for. Let's go then.
I thought he was just talking about random dudes in the caves. Like, I didn't really get it, but he was alluding to the prisoners. Hello. Your boys are fine.
Right.
It was
Well done.
surprisingly easy, except for
Letter
trying to
delivered.
get inside the house.
Markol didn't even get too angry.
I'm surprised. That fucker
It was
is
the
a sneaky
letter.
bastard who'd seize Jesus Christ himself, if he thought he'd have something out of it.
Well, I'd never have thought it of him. He just sat there smiling.
Smiling. Christ, laddie. That sent shivers down my spine. Just when
We're
I
gonna end
thought
up
we
getting
were
into a
in the
fight.
clear.
Ah, come on. What are you afraid of? After all,
What was that?
Yep. Hey, buddy.
Ausgezeichnet. I found you at last. For a while I was
That
afraid.
looks like
you'd
expensive
escape.
armor.
Fuck. How did you find us, you bastard? Did you double-cross us, lad?
No, I did
What?
think of it.
no, this isn't my fault.
Nobody had to double-cross anyone. I just had to have you secretly followed.
What?
Naja, what else
Naja.
could I do? That letter made it clear to me you won't stop causing trouble.
So what now? Have you come to kill us all?
Well, if you guys stay back,
You're all long
I can
dead
do it. I can
anyway,
1v4
meine
them.
Brüder. You just don't know it yet.
let me go. That's stupid. Nah, yeah, let's fight him.
Kindly shut your mouth, Markhold. You're giving me a headache.
You won't have a head to ache soon. At them!
I just don't want them to die, but more than likely they will. Someone's dead. Oh, your throat is gone. Oh, yep, someone's dead. Ow. I think we're good. I think it's one of them that died, not one of my boys. Ow. Alright, who's dead and who's not? Bodyguard, the big guy. Bodyguard. Aww. 2 miners died. Well, that's unfortunate. What do you have on you, sir? How's this? I'll take it. Ooh. That's worth a pretty penny. Ooh. Ooh, that's worth more. Ooh, yeah, I was right. This guy's got some goods. Why does he have a woman's brooch on him? A letter. Is that my letter? Probably. Might as well look to see what these idiots got. Probably nothing even half decent. I'll take those. I can always rob him whenever I get back over there. Now that that is, openable. Alright. I just remembered I need to go to, like, the market and sell some stuff. My horse is packed with garbage. Actually, kind of crazy. 116. See, 119. This would be better if I fixed it up. 116, 87, 30. 119. Yeah, this is just straight up better. So let's repair armor kit. That helmet. Select armor. Nice. New helmet. Finally. Move that to the horse. This 114, 83, 29. Not better. Some gauntlets. Do I not have gauntlets on? I thought so. I realized in the cutscene you didn't have hands. And I was like, what's going on there? 119, 86, 32. Okay, that's definitely better. That's also definitely better. Thank you, my good sir, for giving me better things. I still... Because that doesn't give you shoes, I don't like that. Could sell that. Sell that as well. Alright. Where'd they go? So, like, one of your boys died. Shame.
That was a close shave.
Damn right it was.
Yeah, one of your boys is dead. Well, actually, two of
To
them.
the camp. Here, lad. Your reward. You
So
deserve
technically you came out... we're not going to be rude.
Oh, thanks.
Technically they came out even.
Next time, find someone else to write your letters.
Because they lost 2 and gained 2. Or gained and then lost, I guess, technically. Which, speaking of, what kind of things... Highly doubt it's anything decent. I'll take these. That's one of them. You're a named guy, though. A felt hat. Now, I would assume... that means I can rob them. They're not gonna like that. Okay, forget that. So... we still have to wait for the bathhouse decision to be made. So let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? It's close to a fast travel. Wow, we're not losing much sleep at all from that. Only lost 2. That's crazy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, they're about to fight. Your bed times 2. I got 2 beds in here? Jeez. Where's the... Hey! They're on the move. Ah, Catherine. She's very upset seeing this fight. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of games have that. It's really kind of bad.
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
That's me.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be
Why
asking
is she
you for
such
help.
a different skin color? Help, but not for nothing. That's stupid.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it.
She's one of our
Who was
allies.
this
They're
dead
still
girl?
beating each other
Her
up in the
name was
background.
Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up. Tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll
So you
go
want me
take
to
a
go
at her.
look?
See
What
if
am
I
I,
can
a
find
coroner?
anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
When'd you last see her?
When did you last
Bro,
see the girl?
they're still fighting. We're just like
Around a week
detectives
ago.
these days.
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
I mean, she could.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
Well, the guards are getting
She
involved.
always
There's
brought me
something
the freshest
crazy going on
gossip
back there.
overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her?
They have a
someone
weapon
would kill
drawn
her
and
for?
everything.
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of
Oh,
things.
now she's all of a sudden the
So
same
you'll
color.
have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about the
What
other
about
ones?
your other girls? Are they all right?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep
guess
them
that's
pretty
the guy
much
who
in
was
the
just in the
dark
fight.
about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
What are you gonna do next?
What are you going to do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange.
Maybe she just tripped
Why
and
would
fell in a
someone
meat
do her
grinder.
like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a dumb question.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find
Why
out
do
more.
I have to look at the
Then we'll
body?
put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
That's the real question. Wonder what happened out there. Alright, we gotta go this way. Way up here. Meow. It's already like almost the end of the day. And I just skipped to the daytime. But such is life when you have business in the city. Well, let me read specifically which one's which here. Examine the body, talk to the gravedigger. I'd rather talk. You should. I'd rather talk to the gravedigger first. Can I jump this? Yeah. What's up, Franciszek? I'll just call
I'll be
you
with you. What would you like?
Shrek.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them
Hello,
that can
Shrek.
speak do. Ha!
Oh
Oh,
my
I'm
god.
Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
I hear there was a murder here recently. Some young girl?
True. True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you? Another Gawker?
Yep.
Another? Why would anybody come to look at her?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to have a gawk. So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her.
Excuse me.
No, no thumb for a souvenir.
I don't want to take anything.
Bro, people
I
are
need to
crazy.
find something out.
Like what exactly?
Like what
Who
happened?
killed her?
Why?
Because I have a vested interest. Yeah.
I'm in service of the Lords of Lipa. I'm to find out who was responsible for this murder.
What do the Lords of Lipa care about a dead girl?
Truth be told, not much. But it's at the request of her master.
Ah, that makes more sense. At least someone is trying to sort this out. The others weren't so lucky. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Hell? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff.
We're gonna have to go
I
talk
think
to
he
him.
knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
How long's a long time ago?
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
That could
You
be
mean
10
you don't
years,
know
that could
nothing
be
about
50
it?
years.
Here, even
could
the
be
sparrows are
2 days
squawking
ago.
about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
Ah,
See,
we have.
there's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood.
This guy doesn't know anything about
That can help
detective
you.
work.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, I can
I heard she
take some
was
blood
killed by the
samples.
town walls, close to the hole in the wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
I know it.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But
And what's the
Lumiere,
point?
he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Makes sense. You've helped me a lot.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves
That's
in
a
one of the
perfect soundbite.
burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
God be with you, good sir. Ooh.
Talk to Alice's friend. Well, well, well. You must be the friend. Sup?
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. Aye. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying
Henry,
to find out who did
private
this to her.
investigator.
I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
And I'm actually the killer myself.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name?
What are the odds of the guy that we already
Why?
dealt with?
But you can't see him anyway.
No.
He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumiere.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him.
I will
Maybe
be.
you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Now, Grey is a drug.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
What do you mean,
I'd
why?
like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was.
Oh my gosh, what
Alice
use
said
are you?
He was rich and dressed nicely.
Wow, really
But
narrows
she
it down.
promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day she just didn't come home. And then I found her. Like this.
I still
What do
haven't
you
looked
mean,
at
like
it.
this?
You
Her.
haven't seen her yet, have you?
Nope,
I haven't.
she's right there.
It's a horrible thing to see. She was such a pretty girl. She had such beautiful brown hair. And it didn't even leave that untouched.
What do you mean?
Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Well, we're gonna have to investigate here.
So,
I mean, they said all
let's see
cut
what
up.
we have here.
Looks like she's got arms and legs.
My God. Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood.
We didn't even get to see.
Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look.
Okay, examine the mouth.
Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue's still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he?
That's a bit odd.
These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards?
I guess that's why they're not showing it. Maybe he kept everything, maybe he threw it away. I probably
Did
kept
he
it.
really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they?
I mean, if you're gonna take them off, you're pretty crazy to begin with.
Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was.
We do. I think
Maybe
trophies.
there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy?
Limbs.
Just some scratches and bruises, that's all.
Well, that's stupid.
The killer probably surprised her.
Had to have been armed because we said
even
he
have time to
had some
defend
kind
herself.
of sword or something. Not an axe, not a knife. Why do they keep
So-
showing the feet?
The murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair.
I don't think he killed her because of Catherine, I reckon. I don't see how you would have any connection at all. Like, but then again, the chopping off could be assigned to Catherine, because you know. I'm going to say no.
Cut off her breasts, but left her tongue. Then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning. Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
I don't see how you could put them together. That seems just a bit odd. Where's her arms?
It happened. Just
Like,
watch
is
where
that
you go
supposed to
next
be an arm? Unsure about that. What are you looking at? Shrek? Alright, so now what? Where are we headed? Here is Lumiere, and then way over here is the crime scene. Is one optional? Optional is the crime scene. I was gonna say, I think I should go to the crime scene before speaking to him. Which is way down here. How do I even get in there? I guess this way. I swear. They just need more fast travel places in this city. Need like 6 more. Horse. Hello, lad. Such a weird name for a horse. That's an interesting coloring. We'll go investigate this crime scene, see what we can see, and then we'll go and investigate that man. I'll forever be angry about these fights just never disappearing. What is that buff that I have? When did I do that? I guess at the bathhouse? That's definitely blood. puddle.
My respects.
This is the place. There's a lot of blood and some footprints. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to find.
Examine the blood.
Christ, that's a lot of blood. But after seeing what they did to the girl, I'm not surprised. I'm not sure I'll be able to find any remains. I wonder what happened to them.
Trophies.
I can't make anything out of this. The whole town's been walking around here. There could have been one killer or a dozen.
Why are people walking around
I'm
it?
surprised I haven't completely trampled out the blood.
That's just weird.
It's hard to make out, but I think I see some slashing from a blade.
True.
So, there's still a lot of blood left.
What do we keep looking
I
at here?
expected even more. I found some faint blade marks. Either the others were trampled out, or someone skilled was wielding it. It didn't look to me like any remains were left lying around.
What are we supposed to be
No idea
looking
what he
at?
did with them. Did he keep them or throw them away?
I still think keep. Odd place for a murder as well. Now these footprints. Some handprints. Do the footprints like lead anywhere? Not really. You there. You have anything?
At your service, sir.
If you were at my service, you would tell me what I need to know. But you will not. Because you probably don't know anything anyway. Let's go see this idiot, see what he's got to say.
May God give you health, sir.
Yes, and to you. Are you the man? Oh, this dude is drunk.
Lumiere?
Oh. Christ, my head. Not so loud.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
I need to ask you
Some
something.
hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off.
Yeah, I was just gonna
I'll have to
say,
get
I
him
don't
some
know if
kind
I
of
have one of those
cure or
potions.
potion.
Hand over alcohol.
This should sober him up.
I mean, give him one. Let's not be greedy here.
Here. Drink up.
It's a weak one, but take it.
Better?
What? Who? What are you doing here? Who are you?
My name is Henry.
So,
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
Me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the Rat House? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the Madman.
probably because you're drunk all the time, buddy.
They say that about you. Why?
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway.
But we
You
can
just end up
avenge
hurting yourself.
and prevent
now,
future
Lumiere.
destruction.
Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me.
And me
We let
now.
it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
Then help me out. I need to know the truth. We have to prevent any more killings. Yeah.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all. I
Agreed.
searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
I'm not drunk. Nothing's gonna stop me. I can get the truth out of people. I can use my brain. Wow, that's kind of messed up.
Because I know people and can easily convince them. In the end, they spill their guts.
Literally
that
or
What about me?
physically.
Do you think I'll spill my guts too?
Well, a moment ago you were moaning in pain, and now you're deliberating whether or not to tell me what you know.
All right. Talk to me.
I guess
Who was this
literally or
dead girl?
metaphorically.
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yaka was a maid too. as were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I
Brown
think
hair.
he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away?
I did.
It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
How would that take
Do you
you a
think it's the
while? What'd
same
you look
murder?
at? Anything else?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one.
Could be a
How long has he
copycat.
been killing?
Unlikely though.
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Zdena.
Zdena. Why are you counting the missing ones? What did the victims have in common? Why are you counting
Why are
the
you
missing
counting
ones?
the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I
Trophies.
don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
That's what I'm here for. Details. What can you tell me about Yarka?
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking
Why
an
is that?
interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the 2 girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
They will
Did
be
you
with
suspect
me.
anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole in the hole.
Yeah, he still runs the place.
What about
And
Zdena?
what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it.
Why's
Besides
that?
Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real lively. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of
We're gonna have a
Sturna.
lot of places to
Quite
investigate
a
here.
number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing.
It keeps going
When I
back
asked him
there,
about
though.
Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be.
You better.
You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other 2 victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing.
Long old
There
conversation.
were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad.
Now that's two
Poor woman died of grief.
people who said
It's
that
sad
they
to say, but we can't help
were
those
with
two
someone,
dead girls now.
but we don't know who.
And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff.
Yes, I knew that.
Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always
We know
something
plenty
going on.
about that.
The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
Maybe it was him then.
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Well, I need to know. Do you have any suspects?
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they
That's a
threw
bit
up at
much.
the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's
I mean,
hard to
fainting's
act.
pretty easy to
I'd swear none of them did it.
to act. Vomiting, depends on the person.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4, the most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena.
Never found.
Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung
then
around
was
a
Alice.
tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful, and brunette.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I know everything I need to
Well,
know.
When you learn something more,
I don't see how we
stop
could
by and
figure
see
out
me.
who it is
You've aroused a bit of hope
from
in
any
me,
of this.
lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
I mean, I don't know how we possibly could. Try to find out what happened to Stanya and Zdena. Which one's this? Discover something about Jarka. Well, that's right there. Jarka, what's your background? Can I jump this? I surely can. Pig. Oink oink. Don't you dare close that door. Don't you dare close that door. Don't you... I would beat you up if I could, priest. Hello, Father
Day to
Prokop.
you. What brings you here?
I have questions for you. I'd like to improve my reputation.
I would like to atone for my sins before God.
This is like
I'm
going on
tempted
a
to banish you from the holy ground, blasphemous child.
road?
Your repentance must begin as soon as possible.
I don't have time right now.
Maybe some other time.
Don't delay too long.
I have questions for you.
Father,
I thought it would just be like
I need
paying
to ask you a few
little bit.
questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
Maybe
That's not
make
why
some
I'm
time.
here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
I'm investigating. Yeah.
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable. What would you like to hear?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you?
What can you tell me about her? Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go through all
What
of
can you
them.
tell me about her?
About Yarka. She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Okay, where'd you know
Where
her
did you
from?
know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Good on you.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
A William, you say?
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
William.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes.
It's not like it's his child.
Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child.
But it's not
on the
even his
side.
kid.
But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own.
I feel like that shouldn't be looked down upon. What does a priest know about children?
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
People usually are.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Why's that?
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
What does that even mean?
Was an orphan, with no family and
Why wouldn't you be?
no
Why couldn't she be here? I don't get
her
it.
only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away.
That's an interesting quest.
She ran around
But
with
everyone
all
in their
sorts.
brothers got a
And
lot
how
of
did it turn out?
dialogue.
She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
What do you mean by that? In sin, you say?
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant.
Oh.
Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
Interesting.
My business. You needn't concern yourself about that. I won't tell you anything.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, it's important.
But this is important. Do I look like someone who's asking out of curiosity?
Look at my glasses.
All right.
People with glasses like
Lumir
this,
accused me.
they're not just
of
curious.
murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how... What
Wouldn't
happened then?
make
It turned out
sense.
he was deranged.
That
How could
would
he even
make
think
sense,
such a thing?
actually.
He's finished in Kuttenberg.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be
He
going.
was upset
Son,
with her for being pregnant, and he
I'll
kills
give you
her.
some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
I'm on to you, Prokop. Wait, I walk 2 feet and they get angry at me? Bruh. People just have no respect these days. Okay, now we gotta go way down here yet again. We're getting kind of tired. Good thing we're ending up down here. Might have to stay the night. Why is my armor so messed up? What can I fix here? I'm sick of seeing that. I should fix that. Definitely fixing this. That should be fine. Shortcut. I remember winning that competition. Never not a problem out there. That's a window, not a door. Alright. Mole, I need to talk to you. Did Stanya work here?
Stanya? Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
It's me.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me.
We've been
the main
acquainted
thing
before.
Is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking.
I'm
What
pretty
kind
good.
of guest are you, Henry?
I'm pretty
I'm
good.
a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
One who pays.
By the fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. I like talking to them kind of guests. A lot. So, what'll it be, my good man?
$10.
What if I simply paid you and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
She's
I heard
dead.
She disappeared without a trace.
We're assuming.
So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I'd
I
rather just
prefer
pay.
to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
Here's your money.
I'm getting tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, and that's all you'll get. Whether I'm a good guest or bad. Got it? Now you're gonna spill it. Got it?
All right, all right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything.
How's
the
that
tavern
possible?
tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
Doesn't know. Huh.
A charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
Not William, then.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as
William.
I know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right.
We'll have to investigate
I
this,
know
William.
He met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
We're
Well,
gonna have to investigate
got bad
you,
news
my
for
good
you.
man.
She had two close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
I guess
Why?
they're dead.
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared.
How do you die from getting hit by a
Died.
cart?
And the other
How do you even
one
get hit
got
by a
married
cart?
and moved away.
By a horse would make sense. A cart?
How did Stanya's room look?
He said
Door
ransacked.
was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
I need to investigate that.
Was there a lot?
Not so much, really.
All over the place.
More like
Was there a
hand or
lot? No.
footprints.
What do you mean?
They were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlitz
Yeah, but I
Valley.
don't know what that
Could you
is.
be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
Interesting. You. Hello, Sternad.
Are you Sternad?
Sternad.
The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here.
Well, I
All
beat
you're
you
gonna
up.
get here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
kick
beat
in
him
the
up.
teeth.
I ain't even
Better
gonna
men
talk
have
to him,
tried
just
it than
beat
a
him
cock
up.
puller like you.
Cock puller? I'll fucking pull your cock clean off.
That's a bit odd. Weird thing to say, buddy, but
Mercy, leave me be.
now tell me what I need to know.
Well, had enough?
Fuck yeah, damn it. What the hell do you want from me?
Talk. Where's Zdenna?
The last time I saw her, it's a long time ago, she scored big. Everyone was fucking jealous. She just needed to pawn it off.
Where'd she sell
Where
it?
did she go with her loot? Do you know?
Well, she had some kind of arrangement with this fella called Pint from the mill. The one called Rabstein. She always took the stuff to him.
Do you know anything about a
Do you remember
William?
what she managed to steal?
Mainly jewels, gold and silver. No bloody pewter. She had some fucking huge golden signet ring. A bloke could fuck for a whole month with something like that.
Do you know whose crest was on it?
I don't know, I'm no expert. But it were bloody expensive, that's for sure.
Do you know who she took it off?
She always said she found it on the street. That's because if the wrong ears hear it, you can end up in the shit. Or on the gallows even.
Did she hang out with any men?
She liked to hang around with that crooner that plays for the miners in that tavern of theirs. Made him sing songs and that. Oh, and once she got in a quarrel with that fucking priest Prokop. That was a laugh.
Could
William,
she run away
eh?
with that bard?
I doubt it. He was a bit of a milksop. He tried to be all mysterious and played a tough fella. But you could see he was lying.
Too
And
many
then I could see right
coincidences
through
with
him,
this
I bet.
William.
Why do you think so?
Because he was getting on my nerves. So I cornered him in a dark alley one time. He ran away so fast, I bet he shit himself.
And what about this priest? Why was he quarrelling with her?
I don't know. He was blabbering some shit about finding her a job. Only she didn't want it.
Yeah, that's right. Get back on the ground, stupid. Running out of the times. Question him. Oh, God. Bro. Lots of things here. Don't know. We're running out of time. Basically out of time. But we still got more to do. I don't know. Maybe we'll just talk to this guy and we'll have to leave it at that for today. Which is quite unfortunate. Just so much talking. Even if I get rid of the crazy amount of running around at the very beginning trying to get into that stupid attic to talk to that idiot, still not really going to help me much. Hello, William.
It's William, right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
You don't, but I can get the guards.
You don't need to.
We're not gonna
I can go
threaten
and
them.
chat with the guards instead. Tell them you're the one hurting those girls.
What? I don't have anything to do with any girls.
Really? You? A notorious skirt chaser? Do you think anyone will believe you?
I just got back to the city. I don't know what you're trying to pin on me, but whatever it is, I didn't do it.
But everyone
Maybe
remembers
it wasn't him then.
you. You better spit it out before someone points the finger at you.
Come on. All right, then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alices. You have to be more specific.
I
The
know all
one
these
they
people.
found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot.
It's not that long ago.
Father Prokop didn't like
They
it.
said a year.
Oh,
It's not
that
that
one.
long.
Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
Well, I was thinking
That's
of
what I'd
you.
like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
Can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
It wasn't that long ago.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
How are there this
alehouse
many
wench
people
from
that
the
he
hall.
knows?
I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she
See, the fact that
was
he
always the one
keeps,
who
like,
started it.
he
And aren't you
says
just
one
saying
thing,
that
we
because she left
push a
you?
little, and then he says
Oh,
more.
come on! I could have
Not
any
trustworthy.
woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard, after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
A lot of people telling me not to take other people seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As
What,
wild
not
as
which
the
one
wind
this
and
time?
always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A traveling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was going to rob him blind. Far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this?
Because
you don't
I think-
seriously think I killed her, do you?
I do. Well, I did.
You didn't know them all.
And? I'm
I
surely
don't
not
know.
the
I
only
don't
one.
think so.
That may be true. But everybody knows
I
you're
was
a spirit
onto him, but
chaser,
now I don't
and they were
think
all
it
pretty
was him.
girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it.
So you didn't do anything to them?
No, why would I? What would I get out of it? It doesn't make any sense. It goes against God.
You dare invoke God?
I admit, I'm no saint, but for Christ's sake, I'd never kill anybody.
I believe him, strangely.
Good. I believe you. But if any clue leads me back here to you, I won't give you a second chance.
You won't hear about me again, I swear to God.
Yeah, that's right, bucko. It is interesting that he seems to be involved with everybody here. But I just don't... Talking to him, I don't get the impression that he's a murderer. We need to sleep. Where's the, like... the innkeep? I guess that doesn't really matter. Like I had said, we are over the time. Which is really unfortunate. I don't like leaving a quest midway through, but... who knows how much longer. All these conversations are so long, it could go on for another half hour. It's an interesting quest, though. I'm liking it so far. Who the murderer could be? I have no idea, but we will find out Don't you worry about that one.
Careful.
You be careful. So, we'll figure out this murder situation later. But for now, we